I'm kind of burnt out from Tears of the Kingdom, so today, because I have stuff I need to do tomorrow, and I'm going to be very busy otherwise, and I won't be streaming tomorrow due to, well, having to go to a funeral. This stream is going to be extremely short. I'm just going to go over some things. Firstly, whenever the DLC comes out, if I haven't beaten Tears of the Kingdom by that point, I will be moving over to this game to get the first part of the DLC done. Because frankly, I need the change of pace. Tears of the Kingdom, while fun, is slowly driving me nuts. Don't get me wrong, it is fun, but it's kind of pushing all the buttons. It's making me kind of... It's fun. I'm not going to deny that it's fun. But... after a while... it just kind of gets to a point where it's not fun anymore. It's currently at that point where it's not fun anymore. And I'm actively pushing myself to try and beat the game as fast as possible. And not enjoying it like I want to. Don't get me wrong, it's still great, it's still fun, but it's just not as fun as it could be. So, I will still be trying to get Ganon, be building up to taking on Ganondorf, gathering supplies, getting the last heart container. And then doing a bunch of fun side stuff afterwards. Otherwise, the game's gotten to a point where it's no longer fun. Don't get me wrong, it's still a great game, and I still like playing it, but it just got to that point where I'm forcing myself to get through the game, and I'm not enjoying it. I'm really not. I'm enjoying it, but it's like... what's a good way to describe this? That would work. It's like eating an entire chocolate cake by yourself. Yeah, you can do that, but you're gonna get sick of the cake. More than likely halfway through it, unless you're a complete glutton. But even then, you wouldn't want chocolate again for a while. That's kind of what Tears of the Kingdom's kind of become. No, that is what Tears of the Kingdom has become. It's become that piece of that chocolate cake that it's good. I'm not saying I don't like it, but I've just kind of forced myself into that whole I gotta get this done. It's just kind of similar to what happened with Legends of Arceus. I got burnt out. And that's kind of the reason why I didn't pick Legends of Arceus back up. Due to, well, a few reasons. Most of it being that the last part of the Pokédex is all randomly generated. And you have to be really lucky in order to get it. Not including Spirit Tomb. Spirit Tomb is just an annoyance. Not an annoying annoyance, but it's just a lot. It's a lot to gather for it. Not that it wouldn't be useful, but it's just a lot to gather for it. And then there's those. Tornadus, Thunderous, Landorus, and the new one, Farah. I don't know the name, I just know it's fairy and flying. Or pure fairy. An Amorous, that's what it was. But yeah, no, those few were the only ones left. They were the last 5. And I'd gotten so burnt out and tired of the game and the gameplay, which is great. It's great gameplay. But I just, after doing it for so long and having to work and fight and tear my hair out to get everything I'd already got, it just kind of reached a point of not being fun. Despite the fact I liked the gameplay. And it was great gameplay. I just reached a point where enough was enough. And I couldn't deal with it anymore. That's kind of what I got to with Legends of Arceus. It was fun. It's still, and even when I check in on it, do a little bit on my own, even now, all these months later, I still haven't gone back to it, just because I'm so burnt out on it. It's been almost a year since it came out, and save for when I first got into it, I really haven't touched it again. I just got completely burnt out. It was fun, but it just getting through it all. This was before I had OBS. This was before I did streams. And I had to be sure that my footage wouldn't be too long, my footage wouldn't be too short, because I didn't know how to work editing software. Heck, that's something I'm still working on now, is trying to figure out how to work out at how to use editing software properly. but it burned me out. Legends of Arceus, despite how fun it was, despite the absolute gem that Pokemon pulled out of its minds, I got sick of it. I couldn't keep doing it. It was fun. Don't get me wrong. It was fun, but after a while, and getting through and it had a good story. It had a good story. It had a good kind of dark story, which I don't mind. I don't mind the fact that it was a kind of dark story. Heck, I wish they did more dark stories for Pokemon, and I wish they put in more effort, which, judging by the news I've been seeing, it's something they're going to do now, since they don't have to closely follow Ash's adventures anymore. Oh, the anime will still be there, but it just doesn't have to follow it just doesn't have, because they had to keep up with all that. They had to keep up with the anime. They had to keep up with it. But since Ash is retired, they don't have to do that anymore. They can actually start taking their time with their games again. Because, don't get me wrong, there are some great bangers, but past Gen... No, not even past... Yeah, no. Gen 5 was the last, not the complete last, but it was one of the Gen 6 was pretty good too, but Gen 5 and 6 were some of the very last good generations of Pokemon. Gen 7 and 8 were good. They introduced a lot of good ideas and a lot of great aspects to the series, but heck, the wild area was basically just a beta test for this game, for Gen 9. Which I don't mind. I don't mind the fact that Gen 8 was just basically a beta test for Gen 9. But with Pokemon now willing to slow down and actually put in the work, because they're not having to follow the anime so closely anymore, and having to keep up with Ash and his adventures, they now have time to do development. Which I don't mind. I don't mind at all that they now have time to do development. This game, while great, has so many issues that need to be fixed. It's got a lot going for it, but there are so many issues that need to be fixed that just kind of detract from the world. Legends of Arceus didn't have any of those problems. that Scarlet and Violet do. Legends of Arceus didn't have any of them. There was no pop-in, there was no... nothing. There was no areas collapsing practically under the strain of them rendering. They were good. They were really good games. Legend of Arceus was a really good game. I'm not going to deny that. It was a good game, and it is a good game. And the mechanics they added in with the overworld capture system where you don't have to worry about actually battling, you can just chuck balls, is really good. I'm not even going to deny that. But there's a lot of work that needs to be done. And now that they're finally... Sorry for the guy who just arrived in chat. I'm kind of on a roll. Pokemon Company and Game Freak are officially no longer going to put out garbage. They're no longer... And since Ash is no longer in the anime and they don't have to keep following... Their release dates are now completely up to the games for the stuff they release, since they're going to be following Chloe, whatever the new protagonist's name is, her and Sprigatito. They're going to be following her journey. And the other guy, what's the other guy's name? Because there's two journeys they're following. For the anime now. And it just kind of seems like to me that's a good thing. That it's a good thing that they're no longer going to be forced to follow the anime. Oh, don't get me wrong, the anime's still gonna be there, but it's good that they're no longer going to be forced to follow it and having to rush these games out every few years. Let them cook. The franchise deserves that much. It deserves quality, it deserves care. It deserves to be treated with all the respect that's come into it. Because it's one of the biggest franchises in the world. And yeah, no. I think that's all I'm gonna say on that front. Otherwise, though, I'm looking forward to the DLC. I'm really looking forward to the DLC. Both the Indigo Disc and the Keel Mask considering the indigo disc, not indigo disc, the teal mask looks like it's based around a Japanese folktale. Called, what's it called again? Momotaro. It's based around Momotaro, it looks like to me. It's either based around Momotaro or yeah, no, it'd be based on the story of Momotaro and the friends he made along his journey to help people. And they fought off an ogre, I think, and he and his friends fought off an ogre, I think, in the main part of the story. Which I think is something we're going to end up doing in the DLC. So, yeah, no, that's going to be fun. Otherwise, though, I will not be streaming tomorrow. So, yeah, enjoy my other content, I guess. And some of you will be asking, or not watching through the entire stream, I have a funeral to go to tomorrow. So I will be not in a very good headspace for that. And if I'm proven wrong, and I am, and I do put it forth to stream, and I'm still not in a good head, and I apologize if I say anything or do anything that causes problems. Due to me being not in a very good headspace. But otherwise, I hope you all have enjoyed my content so far this year. Considering the major project I'm looking forward to will be coming out, the major project that I'm going to be working on after the DLC for this and after Tears of the Kingdom will hopefully be starting December 1st. Hopefully. some of you are wondering what that project is on December 1st. Well, unless it gets reneged, or rescheduled, or canceled, which it probably won't, though it might not come out in English. They can always do that. The game I'm looking forward to is Dragon Quest Monsters: The Dark Prince. And some of you are stopping and going, "Oh, you're going to be doing that." And yeah, I am. I'm going to be doing that. And you don't have to sound... Because the first game I had after my Game Boy when I was 10 or 11... I forget when Dragon Quest Monster Joker came out. Hold on, I want to look that up. Oh. It came out and came over in America in November of 2007. So yeah, no, it would have been just before the stock market crashed in '08. But that, Dragon Quest Monster Joker, the DS version, when it came out, it was the very first... It was my very first RPG that wasn't Pokemon. It was my very first RPG that wasn't Pokemon. And some of you were stopping and going, huh? You mean you never played any RPG? No. I had never, other than Pokemon, it was my first semi-traditional JRPG experience. And I loved it. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it immensely. It was tough. Even if I wanted to break my DS in half some days because of how tough it was. It was very grindy, but it was very rewarding. And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the challenge. I enjoyed the effort I had to put in to get where I wanted to go. It was my first true traditional JRPG. Man, this got me nostalgic. That's got me ridiculously nostalgic now. Welcome to the chat stream. This is going to be a very short stream, probably less than an hour. Yeah, no, that game was, it was different. It was unique. It wasn't good. It wasn't bad. It was what it was something unique. It was something interesting. It was something fun. It was something that I don't think I'll ever forget. Am I stuck in a loop until I kill one of you? Yeah, no. It was my first true traditional RPG with JRPG with equipment and everything, and I enjoyed it. It was tough. It was tough. It was so tough. It was fun. It was tough. It was unique. It was. God, it's got me so nostalgic now. Just thinking about that game and how much you had to do for it. Well, not do for it, but how much work you had to put in, and yet it was worth it. It was completely and utterly worth it. To climb the ranks, to get the monsters you needed for other specific monsters. It was just so unique. I enjoyed every minute of it, every minute. It's what made me a fan. It's what made me a fan of the Dragon Quest series, because I'd never played a Dragon Quest game before Joker. It was something I'd see on commercials at the time when I watched Saturday morning cartoons. And we all know that commercial. Everybody probably knows that commercial. Ah. Apologies. The stream's gonna be short though. Hold on. Hey, JJ. Ari? Huh? What do you mean defeat Ari? Oh, I've done that already. I pretty much have completed the entire game. This is just me kind of roaming around and talking about stuff. I have made YouTube videos on it too. On the entire series for this. I'm just talking about upcoming projects and stuff like that. No, I haven't defeated all the legendaries yet. I've gotten all the Paradox Pokemon, save for... I haven't gotten all the Paradox Pokemon. I've gotten all the ones that are exclusive to Scarlet. I haven't gotten all the ones that are exclusive to Violet yet. And I'm still missing a few other Pokemon yet from the Pokedex. But otherwise, other than 2 remaining legends, I have pretty much beaten the entire game. You don't gotta do that, man. Besides, this is going to be this is a short stream, in case it wasn't that wasn't obvious in the title. Because I got stuff I gotta do tomorrow. Because I have a funeral to go to. So I won't be streaming tomorrow either. Thank you for the offer, though. I already got a friend to help me with that. Just need to get into contact with him again, because it's been a bit. I hear ya. I hear ya. How about this? The next time I stream Pokemon Scarlet, you can help me out then. Does that sound fair? Because this is just going to be a short stream. You don't gotta do that, man. You don't gotta do that. But like I said, this is gonna be a short stream. Yeah, no. Next time I do a Pokemon Scarlet stream, we can do that. Provided my internet decides to hold out for both the streaming and for the trading. Do I have one of you? I think I have one of you. What carrot? Oh. I don't know if you get any dragons. I will take it though. You do. Just gotta hold out while the chip damage goes in. What do you mean, cheater? Alright, fine, fine. It wouldn't have mattered though, because the sandstorm would have killed it. Oh well. It doesn't matter though. I just play Pokemon for fun. For nostalgia, for the enjoyment, for... Hey, Nick. You're just catching the end of the stream. This is gonna be... Yeah, no, I think... Honestly, I just kind of roam. Here in Scarlet and Violet, I just kind of roam. I still enjoy the world, even if it does glitch out.
from time to time. I still enjoy the world, I still enjoy what they made, and I'm gonna like the fact that that if you're all following the news for the Pokemon Company, they're going to, well, they're gonna stop doing what they've been doing. They're gonna no longer be releasing Pokemon games 2 years at a time. They're gonna be putting quality back into their work again. Which I'm glad for. I'm glad that they're putting effort back into their work. Though, I'm kind of looking forward to the Teal Disc DLC. Because there's a lot of thoughts about how the current head champion for this region isn't human, or is being controlled by the disc Pokemon from Area Zero because of the way her team is set up. Where Glamora isn't the true ace of her team. It's the starter for her true team. And when we get back from this field trip and from going to the other academy, all of Paldea will be under mind control. Or not mind control, but will be controlled by the League and its admins. The Elite Four and the Champion. Considering those gloves they all wear with the symbol and the League and all that, it's just kind of making me think is all. But otherwise, I think I'm gonna call the stream here. I do apologize for it that this one's kind of close. That this one's just real short, but life's gotten kind of, but life comes knocking in the door in many ways, and this time tomorrow, well, not this time tomorrow, but tomorrow I got a funeral I gotta go to, so life's knocking in a very sad, unhappy way. But Friday, I will be doing more work in Tears of the Kingdom, and I might do some work here in Pokemon Scarlet. But Until then, I hope you all have a very wonderful life and you're all enjoying the wandering path it set you on.